Let's take a bit of a deeper look into how crypto works by using this visual. Here, a user called Alice uses an app on her phone to submit a transaction to the network. She wants to send her friend Bob 0.1 Bitcoin. The transaction is broadcast to the blockchain network made up of thousands of nodes called miners who verify it and add it to the decentralized ledger. Once Alice's transaction is updated to the ledger, it credits her account 0.1 Bitcoin and debits it to Bob's account. Bob may use a different wallet application, but since the app is looking at the same ledger, once the transaction is confirmed, it will show his balance has increased by 0.1 Bitcoin. Notice that I said both Bob and Alice have accounts. Well, what does that mean? In crypto, your account is called your crypto address. And this crypto address functions much the same way that your physical or mailing address would. It tells people where you are so that they can send you stuff. In this case, cryptocurrency. The wallet address is in fact a big string of characters that look a little something like this. In crypto, this is called your public address or public key. The string of characters corresponds to a unique account on the ledger. All your unspent crypto, as well as the crypto you've previously spent in that wallet, will show up at this address. To easily make transactions with this address, you can use a simple app to send transaction data to the network like we saw in the last example, and that's what's called a wallet. You can find a wide selection of wallet applications on your phone's app store today. The point of a crypto wallet is to function just the same way as a normal wallet would. It keeps your money safe for you so you can have it on hand to spend on what you want. But of course, since this is the 21st century, crypto wallets are a little, well, cooler. Here's how they work. You make a transaction with a crypto wallet simply by designating the address you want to send your crypto to and hitting send. That's where you'll use the public key of the other address. It's important to keep in mind, though, that different crypto networks, for instance, Bitcoin versus Ethereum, have different types of addresses. You should never attempt to send crypto of one kind to an address of a different crypto network. For instance, you should never send Bitcoin to an Ethereum address and vice versa. Doing so would unfortunately result in a loss of the funds because you're basically sending it to a non-existent address, like mailing something to the middle of the ocean. It's always best practice to double check the address you want to send to. Typically, a Bitcoin address, aka public key, will usually begin with the characters 1, 3, or BC1. Ethereum addresses or public keys always begin with the characters 0x. This should help you to not confuse the two. Now, when you create a new account or wallet, you will receive a unique password, which is called a private key. While you can have many public addresses for the same wallet, your wallet only has one private key, and this alone is what gives you control over it. Each private key is like an ultra-safe password. How safe is the password? Well, the 256-bit string of characters is generated from one of a possible 2 to the 256 power possibilities. How big is 2 to the 256 power? Well, it's a really big number, like more than the amount of atoms in the universe type of number. For example, even the most advanced IBM supercomputer would take effectively thousands of years to brute force just one of these. So if a hacker can't guess it, can't they steal it? Well, there's always some risk of that, but the critically important thing is that the private key is not inherently stored anywhere except with you. There is no centralized database with the keys. This means there's no big target that a hacker could hone in on. After all, you are the only one that gets the key. However, also keep in mind, this means that you alone are responsible for keeping the key safe. In crypto, there is no customer support line you can call to get back your private key or to call back a transaction that you've made. So it's extremely important to keep your private keys safe. And we'll discuss that in more detail in our securities tips and tricks video. The good news is that most wallet apps don't make you enter in the private key each time. And if you want to be really careful, there are tons of excellent options to keep keys safe for you, such as hardware wallets. There are also more traditional custodial options coming to the forefront in crypto. There are specialized wallets that act kind of like crypto banks, where they keep your crypto safe for you while giving you a cut of the returns they generate from lending them out. It basically is a lot like a regular bank, except for the part where they cut you in on it. And we'll talk more about those in detail later. For now, you should know everything you need to understand how crypto is held and transacted, as well as some of the important characteristics of crypto wallets.